All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Elder Rufus. For those that don't know, driving in this crazy pre-holiday weekend traffic. All right. I want to do this quick video to kind of bring about some awareness, put some things in people's hearts and minds going into this 4th of July weekend and just moving forward. I think it's just wise and wisdom to operate like this. So, listen with a keen ear if you desire. If not, hey, turn the channel. You know what I mean? We just living in such perilous times right now. It's actually a beautiful time, even though when you look out, all these cities and everywhere around the country, around the world, you just have people mad. People are upset. They're frustrated. You can't get folk to agree on anything. Doesn't matter if it's factual or not. People are doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down, and standing firm in their personal beliefs. And it seems and appears that nobody cares about truth right now. What is true in their heart is what they want to go with and what they desire to fight for. So you would be wise, especially you melanated folk, you would be wise to understand this and go out and function as such, because you're living in a country where your president, he tells you that when you say Black Lives Matter, you're a hate group. But that same president will not declare the KKK a hate group. You see what I mean by people's truths trumping everything that is holy, everything that is righteous and good. And the book talks about how the things in the last day, the good will be called bad and the bad will be called good. So this shouldn't be a surprise. The surprising thing to me is how, because of this COVID-19 quarantine stuff, how people are just so numb and blinded to what is really truly going on, the shift, the spiritual shift that is taking place. And the people are still not consciously preparing properly their minds and their hearts. Fathers are not training up their wives and training up their children. Friends don't care about friends. Family don't care about family. Everybody just has this hatred and this vitriol in their heart, because everything that they believed in is crumbling down. It really is, because the truth of the Most High Yah is being revealed in this last hour, and a lot of things that we have held close and tight to our heart, we just realized it ain't there and it don't mean anything. So, had a call coming in. Thought it was gonna mess up the video. It didn't. All right. So, I think I need to answer that call. I'll get to it because this video shouldn't take long. But, I'm hearing rumblings that, white nationalist groups and some white supremacy groups and white militias are making plans to do harm to melanated people. At the end of the day, that shouldn't be an issue for you. And one thing I'm definitely not trying to do, I'm definitely not trying to fearmonger or push any levels of fears. Those that believe in the Most High know that's not a spirit he gave us. Hallelujah. So that's definitely not my goal here. As you can see, I'm not going to function and operate in no levels of fear. What is necessary is sobriety and preparation. Sobriety and preparation. And another thing we're going to have to do is sacrifice. Hallelujah. We're going to have to sacrifice, because some of the things that we think in our minds we should be afforded, some of the liberties, you may want to pass on them. All right. Especially with the heightened sense of urgency that's going on right now, and especially in America. You may just want to pass on some of those things. Yeah, you may have the right to go celebrate, which I don't do 4th of July anyways. What independence am I going to celebrate? Not this wicked ass country's independence. Hell no. So I don't celebrate that crap no ways, but some of you may. And you feel, well, I'm entitled to this and I can do this. You can. But just because something that you're entitled to do doesn't mean that it's wise or profitable for you to do it. And especially if you are draped in this melanated skin, you really, really want to be cautious, careful, sober, and prepared as you venture out. I would suggest that things you can do today, get it out of the way. Don't be out on this weekend. You know, we got a meeting down in Jacksonville, Florida, but we're literally going to show up, do the meeting, turn around and come right back home. There's going to be no lollygagging around and sightseeing in Jacksonville, Florida for us. Not that we do that crap anyway. We're going to handle the Most High's business and we're going to get out. So if you are doing something this weekend, you should make it as such to where you're not out, especially out like a soft target. I did a video here a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, about being a soft target. I kind of had that video geared towards black males, but it really needs to just be geared towards people, period, now. Honestly, people, period. Mainly melanated folk, but everybody needs to be concerned, because you got, like I said, the white militia group, the white nationalists and white supremacist groups, but you also have your black militias and all that is 100% ready to retaliate on anything that they see done to their people. You know, we're at a stage where it's over and it's done. We're tired of the crap that this country has put us through. We're tired of their foot being on our neck, period. So it's gonna be bad. And you have seen anybody who got their eyes open at all, and I don't even watch TV, but I know about this stuff, where in Chicago the last 2 weekends has been horrific since Father's Day. They've been popping black folk in Chicago like nothing else. And again, who has the guns to protect themselves in Chicago besides the darn criminals and the ones that we call law enforcement? Who else got guns? Nobody. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a communist darn state. And if you're wise, you get the hell out of Chicago, Illinois, or in that area. You definitely would get out of there. But again, this stuff needs to be brought up, man, because we just ain't sober. We just not. As a people, as a nation, we're not sober at all. Even with all this civil unrest. I mean, I'm hearing reports that almost in every major city, fist fights have gone up 100%, 150%. People are just fighting. You know what I mean? Because nobody can agree. Nobody can agree on anything. Why? Because everybody's, this paradigm that shifted so much that everybody's truths that they hold dear are being exposed to being lies. And people are not happy about that. They're not pleased that what they cling so close to, what they had so much quote unquote faith in, they're realizing that it's nothing. So as you can see, the way things are going, this is a great, perfect setup for the man of sin to show up on the scene. Now, I'm not saying he's going to show up today, tomorrow. I'm not saying that. But when this faith that these people have and all these other things starts to erode right before their faces, when a man of sin shows up and he looks like he got answers and he got signs and wonders and miracles, it'll be easy. It'll be easy for you to gravitate to that. Why? Because what else do you have? You have nothing. Every fiber of your being has already been broken down and destroyed by this wicked system that we living in. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to do a real small, short, quick video putting this type of thoughts on people's minds, that if you're going to be doing stuff moving forward, and especially around these wicked holidays where people like to gather in groups and all this kind of stuff, you really, really want to be sober. You know, if you can get out and do what you need to do very, very early in the morning, do that. Do that. Less goes down early in the morning. The later it gets, the more crap goes on. That's just a fact. Now, some of you will get on here because you're angry and you will disagree. Why? Because you want to go out in the afternoon and you got to work all day and you got all kind of excuses of why you want to do it. Ignore it then. Turn the damn channel. I don't know why you listening. You got that contrary spirit and all that kind of stuff. What you listening for? Go listen to something that tickles your ears. At the end of the day, I'm trying to give sound words of wisdom to people that actually care. and people that actually care about other folk. Hallelujah. So, it's frustrating watching the way our people, when I say our people, I'm talking about Israelites, how we function even in these hours. I still feel like the sobriety is just not there. The level of sobriety we need to have in Israel is just not there. Starting from the men running their houses all the way down to their children. You know what I mean? When you step off your land, when you step outside your gates, when you come off your property, you are in hostile territory. It is preached to us over and over and over again, but we don't really get it until something knocks on our door. And even with all this going on, we still don't have the level of sobriety that we need. I mean, here it is. Here in where I'm at, it's like a little after, it's like 12:30, right? Close to 12:30. And I've been out since 4:45 this morning, trying to get things done because I got to hit the road early tomorrow morning and head to Jacksonville. And this is me following the same advice I give you. Typically from where I live, I would have to go through Atlanta. Do you know I'm taking a route that takes me 45 minutes out of the way just so I don't have to come close to Atlanta? Now, am I afraid of Atlanta? Absolutely not. But I don't need to get caught up in Atlanta when it's time to do the work of the Most High, sitting in some jail cell with a charge of popping some booger. Do you understand what I'm saying? They saying road rage is everywhere. People are getting out in the streets and being stopped by protesters, and next thing you know, they're fighting and all. Just crazy. It's just straight up civil unrest. And everybody's angry. Everybody's mad. Well, Black Lives Matter. Well, all lives matter. White lives matter. Everybody got their thoughts and their opinions on what matters. Besides the Messiah matter, Jesus matter, Yahshua HaMashiach matter. We want to ignore the spiritual, but it's controlling everything. So hopefully this puts, another level of a defibrillator on your hearts and your minds. And those of you that truly love the Most High, you Israelites out there, you true Israelites out there, you will consider my words and you will get as much done as you can and stay off of these streets as much as you can. Personally, the Most High has been so great and blessed us so much that I personally would never even leave my land if I didn't have to. I wouldn't. If it wasn't for necessary things for the community and just to run ministry stuff, business stuff I have to do, if it wasn't for that, I would be more than content staying on my land. No doubt about it. More than content. Just stay there protected in a shield and buckler of the Most High. Just dwelling in his secret place. Hallelujah. But there's still work to do. So while we work, be wise. While we work, let's get out of our feelings and emotions. All right? Let's get out of our feelings and emotions and start dealing with things from a very realistic situation. And just be prepared. No levels of fear. Don't got to walk around here panicked and frightened and all of this. Just be wise. Get it done now instead of putting it off, so that you don't put yourself in a situation where those around you is going to be all jacked up because you didn't prepare properly and now y'all in a pickle. Hallelujah. That's it. I didn't even want this video to be this long, but I hope this helps somebody. I hope this brings about some kind of awareness, and I hope this brings about some high level alertness and sobriety in people's hearts and minds. Bless y'all, those that are of the called. Hallelujah. Shalom, shalom.